everyone, welcome to Tiki Taka Talk, the show where I talk about everything soccer related. And today we have the 15th annual weekly recap. This is going to be exciting. Let's get into the show. Since we hit a milestone, I will be adding something to the show. We will now look at the key matches for next week. Okay? Everton beat West Ham 1-1. Wolves beat Southampton 2-1. Nottingham Forest beat Ipswich 4-2. City tied with Brighton 2-2. Brentford beat Bournemouth 2-1. Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0. Fulham beat Spurs 2-0. And Man United beat Leicester 3-0. So now the top 5 is Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham, Chelsea, and City. But we are adding things. It's the 15th annual weekly recap, and we're getting close to the end of the season. So now we will start recapping on the relegation battle, the bottom 5. West Ham is sitting at 34 points in 16th place. In 17th place is Wolves with 26. Ipswich is in the relegation zone with 17. Leicester is 19th with 17. And Southampton are still sitting at 9 points in dead last. The difference between relegation and out of relegation right now is 9 points. That's 3 wins. Ipswich, can they get out and Wolves go down? I don't know. It's going to be a wild ride for the end of this season. Now, the key matches, there's not going to be any matches next week. The next matches are going to be in April during spring break. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to review these because I got spring break and I'm going to be on a cruise. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do these matches. But if you want to watch them, this is a pretty dang good week. Nottingham Forest versus Man United. Chelsea versus Spurs. Liverpool versus Everton. And Newcastle versus Brentford. Those are the 4 matches I chose. Now, the La Liga recap. La Liga starting to shape up and it's still very close. Las Palmas tied with Alaves 2-2. Celta Vigo beat Valladolid 1-0. Mallorca beat Espanyol 2-1. Real Madrid beat Villarreal 2-1. Valencia tied with Girona 1-1. Real Betis Antony beat Leganes 3-2. Athletic Club beat Sevilla 1-0. Getafe beat Osasuna 2-1. Real Valencia tied with Real Sociedad 2-2. And Barcelona came back from 2-0 down and beat Atletico Madrid 4-2. So now the top 5 is Barcelona with 60, Real Madrid with 60, Atletico Madrid with 56, Athletic Club with 52, and Villarreal with 44. In 16th place, Valencia stands at 28 points. 17th, just outside relegation. Alaves is at 27 points. In relegation, Alaves is 17th, Leganes is 18th, and they're both at 27 points. So any single week can change who is getting relegated. Las Palmas is 19th with 25, so a win would get them out if Alaves or Leganes don't win. And Valladolid is dead last at 16. I don't think they're getting that. But the key matches for next week. Barcelona faces off against Osasuna tomorrow. That would decide basically the rest of the La Liga season. Because Barcelona and Osasuna, that match was postponed. So Barcelona is currently tied with Real Madrid with 60, but they played one less match. So if Barcelona wins that, I think they're going to do very good. Real Betis versus Sevilla. Barcelona versus Girona, their second match in like 3 days. And Real Madrid versus Leganes. Madrid's trying to keep up. Leganes is trying to get out of relegation. So that's what I chose. Now we get on to the Bundesliga recap. St. Pauli beat Hoffenheim 1-0. Mönchengladbach beat Werder Bremen 4-2. Bayern tied with Union Berlin 1-1. Mainz tied with Freiburg 2-2. Augsburg beat Wolfsburg 1-0. RB Leipzig beat Dortmund 2-0. Frankfurt beat VfB Bochum 3-1. Heidenheim beat Holstein Kiel 3-1. And Leverkusen beat Stuttgart 4-3. Now the top 5 is Bayern at 62, Leverkusen at 56, Mainz at 45, Frankfurt at 43, and Leipzig at 42. It's getting close, but Mainz are in the top 3, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Bottom 5 is Hoffenheim at 14th with 26. And 15th, just outside the relegation, is St. Pauli with 25. In relegation, 16th is Bochum with 20, Heidenheim with 19, and then dead last is Holstein Kiel with 17. So Bochum needs to get 5 more than St. Pauli. And for Holstein Kiel to even the lowest amount of points that Holstein Kiel can get, which is probably not going to do it. Right now, they're 8 points behind St. Pauli. So I don't think they're going to get out anytime soon. The key matches, Frankfurt versus Stuttgart. That's going to be a nice match. The 4 versus the 6. Dortmund versus Mainz, a former top fallen off against one of those people that are now climbing the ranks. Freiburg versus Union Berlin, and Mönchengladbach versus Leipzig. Now I will also do my one match to look at for the whole week. The one match that I want to see the most is probably Chelsea versus Spurs. And I'm just saying. Now, we get on to the team of the week. It's a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, Santos. On the left, Ait Nouri. On the right, Mocha. The center back positions, Milinkovic and Murillo. In center mid position, Bruno Fernandes and Doan. And in the cam positions, on the left, Nico Williams. At cam, Alisson Playa. And on the right, Anthony. And leading that striker role is Kylian Mbappe. This is Tiki Taka Talk. I hope you enjoyed. See you next episode. Bye.